everybody! Hello! Happy Tuesday!
Happy Tuesday!
We are here. Blobby's here.
Blobby's here.
Thank you.
So
Blobby's here. So we're still recovering as well from the night of writing dangerously. Shout out to anyone who saw us there and talked to us there, especially about visual write-ins.
I felt like a celebrity. It was really cool.
Who did we talk to? We talked to Emily. Who else did they? Well, shout out to Emily, because Emily, I don't know if you're watching this, but you had a great hat.
You did. It was rad.
Yes, she had the best one. So say hi in the chat if you saw us at the night of writing dangerously and figured out. So anyways, welcome to the only virtual write-in this week, because we don't have one on Thursday because of American Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So if you haven't been joining us all month, well, if you have been joining us all month, welcome back. If you haven't, this is a virtual write-in. It's an hour-long live stream where we do some prompts, word sprints with prompts, if you don't know, if you're not hip with the lingo.
Now you are hip with the lingo.
We offer some advice. Blobby's here.
We didn't introduce ourselves.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm Maddie.
I'm Lena.
What's up?
We're the interns. So hi everybody. Everyone's saying hi in the chat.
I'm still pulling it, but okay, what am I doing?
So we are your lovely hosts. And yeah, this is, you only get one this week, so we better make it count, I guess.
This will count, I promise.
I almost did when I offered to do one from my house on Thursday, because I'm not doing Thanksgiving. But I might do like an unofficial one.
What you should do, I'll be driving at 1 p.m. No, it's noon.
It's noon.
I could probably do it too.
Dude, we'll do like we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
We'll
see. We might do
Don't
a
count
rogue
on it.
live stream.
Don't count on the virtual write-in, but we'll tweet about it if it happens.
Yeah, okay. So, why don't we get started with today? Our theme today is Houston, we have a problem. Currently, that problem is my word count. How many words do you have, Maddie?
How many words do I have, Lena? Let's see. It would really help if I had my Word doc open, though. It's loading. Loading. Still loading. It's still loading.
Notice how I have mine open. I'm not saying my word count. Not subjecting myself to that.
Well, it's a lot because it's still loading. It's somewhere around 31,900.
All right, you can stop. I have half that amount. Let's not talk about that. Let's jump into our first prompt.
Yes.
Actually, this is just a sprint. So this sprint is going to be 5 minutes long, and it's just kind of to get you into the creative headspace. So we are doing an optional vague prompt for this.
Yes. I can say it since I came up with it.
What is this sprayer thing that people have been saying?
It's the living
we're
sprayer.
living on it right from last time. We're not doing any sprayers. Last time was our dare episode. We're not doing that this time. We're back to our normal format. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that though. So, do you want to give them our first, our vague prompt?
So our vague prompt for today, with the support of Blobby, is, I can't believe you just said that. This will be a 5-minute prompt. Remember, you do not have to do it. If you would like to do it, you can incorporate it in any way you see fit. You can use it as dialogue, you can use it as plot point, whatever you would like, as long as you're writing.
All right, great. Yeah. Okay. Guys, ready, set, 5 minutes, go. I have no idea where I am in my novel. Haven't written in a week. All right, stop. All right, how many words did everyone get?
I got 345.
I didn't get that many because I forgot what was happening in my story. So I had to read a little bit to figure that out. I got 188.
How'd that go? Did you guys like that one?
Yeah. Ashley Tournay got 187. Jolene Coley got 186. Close there. Alyssa Metzler got 122. Lots of things 100.
Stephen Gagney got 159. Lots of great word counts. I love
Karen
those.
Farrell got 180 and an idea for a new short story.
Yes.
And sport shorts. Never too cold for shorts.
I like that.
Yeah, I didn't come up with it. That was a thing on the forum. Someone else came up with it. Okay, so did you guys incorporate the thing? I kind of did because this short story is kind of about a feud, like a rivalry between two popular YouTubers, and their fans are sort of warring, and they say some pretty awful things to each other. And the YouTubers themselves kind of don't do anything about it, which is bad. So I kind of incorporated mine that way. Did you incorporate it?
I did actually. My character is going to a press conference.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact: I changed the story I was writing.
Wait, really? What are you writing
Not
now?
completely.
Are you not writing a Hamilton at you anymore?
I still am, but I got bored of it.
Oh, well, that's
So
why you do shorts.
Yeah.
Because then once you get bored, you just do
Go to the
a
next
short
one.
story.
So I went back. I have mafia stories, and my character's going to a press conference because she's taking over a family, and she's really worried that people are gonna think that she's taking over the family because the right hand to the previous member of the family just got killed, but they were all like a mini family in themselves. So she's really sad that he's dead, but she feels that she has to take over it.
Wait, are we now both writing stories about someone who takes over a mafia?
Yeah, I think so.
That's so funny, yeah. Because one of my characters takes over the mafia accidentally. Not accidentally, but unexpectedly. There we go. He's not very good at it. Is she good at it, though?
Yeah, she is. She's been in it for a while.
Yeah, he hasn't. He's not very good at it. He's also just a bad person, as I like say. All my characters are bad people. Not all of them. Some of them are okay. This 12-year-old girl is innocent and pure and wonderful. That I'm writing about. This 12-year-old YouTuber. So now people are talking about Hamilton. Okay.
It's a good thing to talk about.
So hopefully you guys liked that little beginning one. Let's talk about our first discussion topic, which is dialogue.
Do you write a lot of dialogue, Lena?
Maybe. You're judging me, Maddie?
A little bit.
Don't judge me. I do. I'm better than I used to be. I used to do phone conversations where it would just be the dialogue, where I wouldn't do she said or he said. I would just do the dialogue. So if you look at some my really old stories, they'll just be a page of just dialogue, and then sometimes it'll be more than two people on the phone, so you can't tell. My characters talk a lot because I'm a filmmaker. Yeah. So honestly, do however much dialogue feels right for you. I feel like there isn't an exact formula for how much dialogue is too much and how much is too little. Do what feels right. If your characters like talking, have them talk. I mean, technically, my short stories are just dialogue because it's just someone telling a story, the short stories. So it's technically all dialogue. Then there's dialogue within the dialogue. But the interludes are not dialogue. And luckily, they don't tell stories the way that real people tell stories, because that would get really boring, because the way real people tell stories is not that great to read. Yeah. Although this character has a sort of verbal tick, I guess, where he goes really off topic and then he says anyways, or anyway, and keeps going. And so Maddie can see this. So the beginning starts off with all these paragraphs and he goes anyway, do anyway. And so he keeps doing it. Yeah. So, but it's speaking of that, I think a struggle is making your dialogue realistic, especially if it's not in a current time period. Like all my stories take place like today. I mean, not November 22nd, 2016.
Right now. We predicted this moment.
Yeah. They all take place modern day, so I just have them talk like I talk, and that's pretty easy. But how do you get good dialogue? Matthias Hoffler suggests reading J.D. Salinger. Yes, who has great dialogue, who crafts dialogue really well. I love J.D. Salinger.
I recommend not Catcher in the Rye, but
Not
Franny and
Catcher in the
Zoe.
Franny
Franny
and Zoe,
incredible.
Great. Also, 9 Stories, his short story collection. Everyone should read Franny and Zoe. I strongly believe that. It's so good. And it is mostly dialogue. And it just works really well. Dialogue really characterizes a character. How a character talks can really define them. And so you want to make how each character talks unique to them, because everyone has different verbal things they do. Everyone sounds different. It's due to where they grew up, how they grew up, everything like that. Yeah. So
one of the things that I hear that I don't like being recommended to people is that like dialogue is like sprinkles on a cupcake. Like, no, you do whatever you want. It means like the cake is like the description, and then the frosting is like the characters, and then the sprinkles are dialogue. And I disagree with that wholly, because you can do whatever the heck you want with your dialogue.
Yeah, don't listen to what anyone says. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can also like if you feel like you're using too much dialogue, you can say that characters are talking and what they're saying without doing it like dialogue, like with the quotes. Does that make any sense? Hopefully. You can just say like, oh, like she agreed and blah blah blah. I do that quite a bit just to balance out the amount of dialogue, and it's a good way to move things along.
You can always read your dialogue out loud, and it really helps you get a feel for if it's maybe a little too robotic, maybe it sounds a little too young for the character that you're writing for. It's just kind of really good. It's one thing to read it over, but it's really a whole nother thing if you really read it out loud. Like, get into character.
Yeah.
Have fun with it.
And that's a good thing if you feel like, I read my stuff out loud a lot. For me, that's just a really good strategy, and I love reading my writing out loud to people. I haven't done it that much recently on the stream, but I do. I used to, like, my friends, I would like sit them down and then like read them my stories and be like, you know what I gotta say about this. And so if you feel yourself putting a lot of inflection yourself into it, or maybe have like someone else read it, because how you in your head imagine a character saying a line, that might be different than how a reader would read that line. So, you might need to go back and impart that emphasis on, or like the tone at which they said it, because that might be very vibrant. This happens to me all the time. You guys might not have this problem ever, but make sure that what they're saying is like coming across to the reader, because you have kind of more information than the reader does at all times. You know your story better.
That was one of the things that my creative writing class did a couple of years ago. I don't remember when. But my professor would have the main critiquer read a page, and then the author would read the page. Mm-hmm. And so you can see where the discrepancies were. The author could really hear it from somebody else's point of view.
And I feel like people, that's kind of where, or maybe you want to leave it vague. Maybe you want to leave that much up to the reader. That's also an option too. So don't listen to any like set formula about dialogue, because it's going to be different for every story. So do you guys have any
what is going on in this chat right now?
I'm
so confused.
This is like, maybe you guys are watching a different live stream.
I think I love it. It's really entertaining, but I'm just super confused.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to do the next prompt? All right. So let's move on to our second prompt. So this one relates to our whole dialogue thing. So this is going to be 10 minutes long, and our prompt for this one is write a long, dramatic monologue for one of your characters. A soliloquy of sorts. So just write for 10 minutes and have it be all dialogue. I mean, well, one character saying something, or you can just make it all dialogue. But like, give your villain that like big speech that you've always wanted. Maybe like there's a character that they need to get something off their chest and it's gonna take a while to say. They just need to pour their feelings out. Throw out the ideas of how long dialogue should be. Just make them talk forever.
I'm grinning like an idiot because I was reminded of the line in Incredibles where it's like, you got me monologuing again. I love that movie.
Yeah. So, take a cue from me and just model your characters after me and have them talk way too much.
Do it. Everyone write a monologue for Lena.
Yeah, just write me into your novel because I just talk all the time. Oh my god, the night of writing dangerously, I was talking about how much coffee I was having, and someone was like, yeah, well, you're talking pretty fast. I was like, that's just me. I just talk really fast naturally.
Lena-log! Oh my god, yes.
Lena-log. Oh my god. Oh my god, Lena-log. Oh boy. Okay.
Yes.
So, this is going to be a 10-minute prompt. Wow, people are spelling my name right today. Good job, guys. Only took you 3 weeks. Sassy Lena. Hashtag sassy Lena. So, 10 minutes prompt. Write a monologue or a Lena-log if you want. It sounds like a physical treat. All right, 10 minutes. Monologuing. Ready, set, go. Okay. Okay, stop talking about Incredibles and write, okay? Jesus. All right, stop. Okay. So, how'd that go? How many words did everyone get? I didn't get that many because in the middle of it, I had to go look for a font for a thing.
I'm gonna get less words this time. You have 284 this
Fewer.
time. Fewer words because you can count them.
Yep.
That's a fun trick.
That's my one grammar thing that I'm always correct people on is less and fewer. I don't know why.
We can explain it. Let's explain it because it's a good thing to know. Less is if you can't count the thing. So if you're talking about water, you can't really count how much water you have.
Yeah, so it's less water.
Less water. And then fewer is if you can count it. So if it's fewer pencils.
Yeah.
There you go.
Although we do say less money, but because money we don't that word we don't treat as a countable noun. We don't. Well, you could say dollars, fewer dollars, but less money. Because apparently money isn't countable in this weird language we have. I don't know. Maybe if you guys don't speak English or that's not your first language, then it makes more sense in your language. All right, so let's read off some numbers. Eliza Sawatsky got 508.
Karen Farrell got 469.
Laura Rich Creek got 536, and it was a dog-a-log.
Dog-a-log!
For characters, dog expressed his love for her. That's so cute.
I'm surprised. That's adorable, first of all, but I'm surprised nobody had a blobbosaurus.
Blobbosaurus. Hashtag blobbosaurus. Did anybody write me into your novel?
I
Just me talking for 200, 300 words. I didn't write. Well, I guess again, all mine is dialogue, but I wrote this invitation. It's kind of not at all dialogue. Surprisingly, I didn't write dialogue after I just talked about how much dialogue is in all my novels. Yeah, great numbers from everybody. Yeah, oh, by the way, if you, during this, cross the 50, or any milestone, but especially the 50,000 mark.
Let us know.
Let us know so we can shout you out. And also, go validate your novel on the site so that you can officially win, because that's open for business now.
It opened on Sunday, and you can get a winner's t-shirt, too. They're really rad.
Yeah, they're pretty rad. We don't have one, but they're cool. They're
16.
They look kind of like this, and they say winner.
Yeah.
That's about it. You can see them on the site. So, Jesse Smith hit 40K. That's awesome.
That is good. Yes.
That is
good.
Yeah. Is that good? That is good. Very good. Yes.
The goal today, if you're doing traditional nano, is 36.6. So 36,674 is the calendar I have.
Awesome. So congrats to people hitting milestones. So hopefully that prompt went well for you. So why don't we talk about our second discussion topic?
This is a fun one.
This is Maddie's one. This is Maddie's gonna take over.
This is my jam.
Let me just get comfy. Go ahead, Maddie.
So our topic 2, you to contribute some.
I will. I'm just letting you do it.
Okay, so our topic 2 is word count extenders, and this is where gaming nano gets really fun because
gaming the system.
Now, if you are struggling a little bit with your word count, if you're really struggling with your word count, don't fret because these will help you out. There's number one
down and dirty tricks from Maddie.
Okay, so my number one thing is if you just want to focus on your story, don't use contractions. And somebody edited it. It was a joke. I'm sorry, but in my script here, it said do space nt. So
Oh, I thought that was literally a typo.
No,
that was
on purpose.
Because
because
that's
what I do.
You said don't.
Yeah.
But
that's
why not just use do not?
Because then you don't have to go back and edit all of it.
Oh, you can just delete.
You can just delete the spaces and do the find all. So that's my B point trick to that is you just you use the find and replace. So you find all the do spaces or whatever other contractions that you separated, and then it counts as 2 words. It's technically 2 words. You can, the first year I did this, I just did not use contractions at all. They all sounded like robots. and I did not want to go and edit all of those. So the next year I just started doing spaces.
Smart.
Yeah. My second one is use the full names for all of your proper nouns. Originally I had this as your character names, but then I was like, wait, you can use full names for buildings and full names for fancy objects.
Don't say the U.S. Say the United States of America.
See how many more words that is?
More words.
Use your characters like legit full names. Like I have a character named Heidi Aurora Brewings, and otherwise I would just call her like Kai or something. I know. See, it's fancy.
I don't refer to any of my characters by name ever. Pretty sure I just don't.
Just
Although, like, my character I should have made her band, like, more words. She has, her band is called American Griffins. It should have been, like, 4 words. I got 2, so that was more, and every time she'd say the band name, she'd say American Griffins. She'd not call them Griffins or anything. It was American Griffins.
it works. I like this hashtag Sneaky Maddie. When you use the hashtag, just make sure you spell my name right.
Yeah, there's
no
literally
E on the
not her
end.
name.
There's
You
no
tried,
E on the
guys.
end.
Not her name.
And then my last one I have here, at least written down, is always use blank said when you're using dialogue, because that's 2 more words. You can always go back and take away those words.
Or if you don't want to use said and you want to keep it anyways, use a synonym.
Yeah. But always use that tag on your dialogue, because that's 2 plus more words than you would have otherwise had. What else? Do you have any tricks, Lena? Do you use any of this?
No, I don't use dirty word tricks like you do, Maddie.
This is why I've won for
UK.
8 years.
Yeah, this is why she learns and I don't. I actually, oh my god, so my novel when I was 13 or 14 was like classic angsty dystopia.
Yes.
No
love
offense if
those.
you're writing
I
angsty
love those.
dystopia. They're a lot of
They're
fun.
so fun
And
to
so
write.
in this like government, everyone had these identification numbers that were like 10 digits long. And of course, there were spaces in between each of the numbers.
See?
So that's 10 words instead of 1. So that was real dirty. Yeah, do you guys have any dirty word tricks? Those are like little ones. We always say write in a dream sequence that adds tons of words. Have your characters go off on a tangent, have like, incorporate some weird dares, things like that.
If you're in school and or writing essays, those are words you wrote in November.
Yeah, Maddie and I disagree on this. I was talking to someone during the night of writing majorly on this. I was talking to Juliet, our new best friend. Maddie uses anything she writes. Literally, Maddie makes a to-do list, it goes in her Nano. Like,
Okay,
Maddie
not-
writes an email, it
Not
goes
that
in her Nano.
hardcore, but I have included essays in the past, like 4,000, 5,000 word essays.
Also,
Sneaky.
I don't. Oh yeah, Matthias said shameless product placement about you drinking Coke.
For reals though, if I could get a product sponsorship from Coca-Cola.
Yeah, if Nano could get some sponsorship from Coca-Cola, that'd be clutch.
Also Disney, I'm gonna plug the new Disney movie right now.
Moana, which comes out tomorrow.
Tomorrow. It's her birthday today. It's the actress's birthday. She's so wonderful. She's a ray of sunshine. Okay.
Yeah, so Maddie says put in your essays. I say that's cheating.
You do you. No one's
do
gonna
you.
check.
It's not like we're checking,
No.
honestly. Like, but then I mean, like, you're only cheating yourself.
Yeah, that's very true.
All right, some people agree with you. Some people agree with you. I don't. Yeah. So, do you guys have any other down and dirty word count tricks that you can
Maybe
use?
there's more that I can use.
Ooh, Ashley Tournay adds alternate scenes. So maybe you want to take a scene a different way, do it from a different character's perspective. or
I've
something.
done that too, yeah, where you start going one way and you're like, oh god, I really don't like this. Don't delete that. Like, those are words that you've written in November for your story. Maybe you can use it later. But just cross it out.
Your thing with the 400. What was
Yes!
it? 400 words.
I was writing, it was last week and it was really late at night. I was writing on Write or Die. I wrote 700 words in 10 minutes. And then it deleted my words, and it was so sad.
That's why you don't use Write or
I
Die,
know.
Maddie.
I pressed save and everything, and it just didn't save. So I just copy pasted 700 words again, because I wrote those. So there we go.
All right. Yeah, no, I don't do that. Like, in the beginning, like, this is real bad, especially for someone who's never won Nano. Like, in the beginning, when we would do the prompts, and I'd, like, and it didn't relate to my story, and I would, like, do them anyways. Now I just ignore the prompts. I'm so great at this, guys. Model citizen, Lena Heller. I would literally just delete it afterwards.
Wait, I think somebody hit 50K.
Who did?
Wordsfall?
Oh,
Wordsfall? Is that correct?
yes. All right. Another down dirty word check. I did this one year. Chapter titles. I'm doing it this year. What am I talking about? Long chapter titles. Thanks, Kaylee. Yeah, my chapter titles are all titles of misconnection posts on Craigslist because my novel is called Misconnections. So that relate to the story because my novel is about misconnections. It's about who we leave behind. So like the one that I've been telling you guys about with the girl from the band. It says chapter 4, and then the subtitle is confused/hurt/nothing I can say, apology, etc. And that's like a real misconnection I found that I really liked for that one. So they all relate to the story. And some of them are like mean a lot, and some of them don't. So they're just weird and random. Oh yeah, this one was fun. The one about the stripper who falls in love with the tech guy. What even is my story? I say sentences like that. That chapter subtitle is "I moved here for you, thief." I like that too, because her whole thing is that she moves around a lot. So yeah, write in some super long chapter titles. Like, have you seen that meme that's like, chapter whatever, like, in which things are going well for a very short time, and then like 3 pages later, it's next chapter, like, in which everything goes wrong again. My life.
Wait, that's definitely How to Train Your Dragon.
I haven't read it, so.
Those are the How to Train Your Dragon books. Yeah. Or Percy Jackson. They both have titles like that. Because I read a lot. I'm a 12-year-old child.
I read adult books. I'm an adult.
Yeah.
I read books in which people die a lot.
Well, but I'm reading the Hamilton bio right now.
Okay.
And the 5th book of the Percy Jackson series again. So
I'm actually reading Miss Peregrine, the last Miss Peregrine book. I haven't finished that yet, and then I'm constantly reading things by Chuck Palahniuk. He's my favorite author. And then I might reread Snow Crash. If anyone knows Snow Crash, like for the 3rd time, which is weird because I never reread books. I'm like not a rereader. Yeah, but I know a lot of people who are, and so yeah. Shout out to anyone who reads Chuck Palahniuk books. I'll literally talk about that with you all day. Not Fight Club though. Anyway, because you don't talk about it. Okay. Yeah, I'm not funny. I don't know why I tried.
Fight Club's a hard one to joke about though, too. TBH.
Why?
Because it's so serious.
Fight Club's not serious at all. It's satire.
That's true, but it's like I've only seen it once. We're talking about it though.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, the movie's actually better than the book. Very rare, but the movie Fight Club's a lot better than the book. In my humble opinion. All right, we're getting a little off track. We're actually still on our timetable. But,
yeah, which is fantastic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, people are pointing out that like YA books are also very serious sometimes.
That's true.
But oh my god, people. I mean like grown-up books, not like erotica. Although like no judgment if that's what you primarily read.
So we have young writers.
We have young writers here, so we're not going to go in depth about them. I mean, they can read whatever they want. Yeah, so
I think we can start.
Yeah, I think we can do our next prompt. After we went and talked about books for a while. I mean, that's kind of on topic.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Good recommendations.
All right, wow, no one else in the chat reads Chuck Palahniuk. All right, I'm on my own here. Clearly on my own here. Whatever, guys. Thanks for letting me down. So our next sprint is incorporate one of I guess Maddie's dirty word count extending tricks. So
It'll work.
Do you want to remind them?
Yeah. So these are the 3 that I actually wrote down.
Mm-hmm.
If you come up with one of these, you go for it.
And then I'll give some too that are more vague.
Okay. So I had don't use contractions. Use the full names of all of your proper nouns, names, places, etc. And always use blank set. Those are the 3 I have for you guys.
So and you can also incorporate a dream sequence, just throw a random plot twist in, something that feels really dirty and that you wouldn't do anywhere outside of November. Do that.
This is Maddie shaming right now.
I'm not Maddie. Hashtag Maddie
Hashtag
shaming.
Maddie shaming.
I'm not Maddie shaming. You have won, Nano. I haven't. And you have literally double the words I do right now. So really, I'm literally just too stubborn for this.
It is a lot more
This
work
is turning
after
into like a therapy session for me. Clearly, I'm just too stubborn for this.
I like these hashtags right now.
Okay. All right. So come up with some dirty trick and use it. 10 minutes prompt. Ready, set, go. Spoiler alert, I'm not doing this.
And you don't have to do it like the end.
Alright, stop. How did that go? Did you use the dirty tricks? I don't know. Just kidding. I kind of use them. I tried to, like, while I was writing, I tried to word things in a way that uses more words, which is very, very against my nature. So it kind of took me a while. So I didn't get that many words. So I got 288, which I think was the exact same last time.
367. I'm a big fan of the contractions one. That's my favorite.
Yeah,
one.
somebody said, I'm trying to find it. Somebody said that they like took out a bunch of contractions and added like a lot of words.
You can always go back and like either remove the contractions or just like put spaces in contractions. When I go back and edit my Nano novels, it literally like drops it. I would say like 3,000 words.
Yeah, well, let's see how many contractions I have. At least 200. And that's just apostrophe T. At least 200. So that's going to be like, didn't, haven't.
Okay, so got
And then-
it's.
Yeah, apostrophe S adds another 128. So I probably have like 500 contractions in here because I use them a lot. Because I write like people talk because it's mostly people talking and people use a lot of contractions. I probably have some double contractions in there because I use a lot of double contractions when I talk.
Those are hard for me. I don't know how to
Wouldn't
deal
have.
with those. And they make my tongue hurt.
Wouldn't have. Y'all have.
Y'all have.
You all would have. Y'all have.
I use y'all.
I use y'all
That's
quite a
a fun
bit
word.
because that's how I grew up. Okay, so lots of people getting.
Oh my
plenty
God,
of
Sydney
words.
Kirsch just hit 50K.
Yay,
Yes,
congrats.
if you hit 50K or hit another milestone, please, and we haven't said it yet, please just like put it in there.
Yay.
Yay.
So how did that go for now? Oh boy, it's like already time to go pretty much.
No.
Okay, so let's start wrapping it up. So hopefully that was helpful for you guys today. You know,
Yeah, no.
there's another one. I use a lot in my writing.
Oh, I use I dunno, like
Yeah, dunno.
That's
Yeah,
like
I
Harry
use
Potter.
6 times. That's mostly not in dialogue. That's okay. It's in description. All right. Actually, most of it is like one character saying it.
I got 889 words today.
So
Yay!
So hopefully you got a lot of words in today. Reminder, we're not having an official write-in on Thursday. We're probably not gonna
Might be.
but,
we're gonna find out.
yeah, you have to at like 5 a.m. on Friday for work. So you have to be there at 5 a.m.
I have to be there at 5 a.m.
Yeah, so we're not making Maddie do anything. We'll see.
I work retail, guys.
If you celebrate Thanksgiving, have a lovely Thanksgiving. If you don't, have a lovely Thursday. I hope it's very productive for everyone, and we will see you. We'll see you in a week.
Yeah, I'll see you in a week.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
All right.